in front of him, and if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Go. Go. Monday. 61. Match box.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the run. Gun. 951. Hey, Charlie. Hey, come on,
Now it's Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
It's a big run for AP. 45 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 60.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Running right, this is Freeman. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bronco score. Royce Freeman 68 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line.
We got this. Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
72.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, it's Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You're over here. You're over here.
Now a carry from Lindsey, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This defense, tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Red.
On 1st down, Lindsay, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsay. And some room to roam now. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Hey, 66.
Brady now on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Peterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Yeah. Check the backer. Check it. Reload. Buzz. Shadow.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Lindsay. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Gun.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 71 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Monday, that's right. 6-6, bullet high.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Screen pass to Lindsey. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again with Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. They'll find Royce Freeman, the running back. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
First down, Broncos.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Here's Flacco. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Guy. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
Let's go.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Passing play, Flacco. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's it.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Check, Lucky. Go Bandit. Go 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And his pass incomplete.
Brady on the keeper. Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Malcolm. General West. Shit. Alert 3. Check. Ozzy.
Now Peterson running right. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, it's Brady. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
Kill. Showing up. Pilot, 64, read.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch the whip. Check 43. Check. 72. Check. Kill. 80 weapon. Check 9.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Hey, check it.
From the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Flacco looks to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. on first down. Lindsey. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
65, 65, 65. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Regular.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Now a desperation throw. They've got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. Goal 50. Hey, goal 66.
Back to throw, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
61, matchbox lights. Let's go on. No, 66. Begin.
On play action, now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, that's 380. 51. Hey, hold 66.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Hey, high 7.
Brady going to go on 4th down. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Alabama.
He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Two-jet bomber. You got tight right there.
Back to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Ready? Let me do.
First throw of overtime for Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
12 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Dad, lock it in. Roger, 5-0.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run here with Lindsey. And some room to work. A first down there on a pickup of 25. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
first down. Lindsay, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So now it's Flacco's turn to fire here in the extra session. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. They're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
On third down, here's Lindsay. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. They'll run with Lindsay. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Shoot! 6-6, bullet pop, alert!
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
They'll run it here. This is James Wayne. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Out to his left. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Check it.
On second down now, it's Peterson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Josie Jewell on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
You draw Corker.
Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone.